Time now for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by the Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Farm Credit Illinois, Prospect Bank, Soleil Body Salon, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Diamond Financial, Illini FS, Country Financial, and Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance. Also our affiliate sponsors, Moody Farms, Darren and Erica Kohlmeyer, Jim and Kay Taylor, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Step Farms and Excavation, Steve and Lynn Young, and the Mary Lou Pine family.
Good evening and welcome to historic Ernie Evelyn Gymnasium, where we are set for varsity girls basketball on the Paris Sports Network. I'm Clay Best alongside Lenny Irwin. And before we even get into the game, Lenny, nice to be back up here.
It is. This is just, I don't know, it's just nostalgic coming back to the old gym. Uncle Jim and I done several games from down there at the podium, and even before that, we'd done games up here when we had to put the old Marty antenna out the window. And, yeah, it's just nice to be back in this facility that was built specifically for basketball. I mean, that's the only thing it was for was PE class and basketball. So
there's a different sound when the ball bounces on hardwood here, and different than any other place that we'll ever see basketball played at. Really, probably ever again, the way gyms are being built now.
Right.
And the places that our girls and boys are playing at. So we talked about that too. Just them being able to come back up here, whether they realize it or not. It's a pretty cool thing for them to be able to come up here and play. Whether it's the first time or not, there's some travel ball gets played up here. City League gets played up here. So this might not be their first experience as far as basketball goes, but high school up here, wearing the orange and black, coming up out of the locker room into this cathedral of basketball for dozens, hundred years. Just a pretty cool sight to see. My first game be getting called up here, so I'm just excited, as I hope they are to play in it.
Well, they should be, that's for sure, because like you said, this is it's the house that Ernie built. So, and he built it specifically for basketball. We still got some state banners hanging up in the rafters from state championships back in, I think, 42 and 43.
Yeah, you mentioned that the banners here. You go to places like Teotopolis or even down there at Bree Central, where the banners just line the walls or line the rafters, and you come here and they haven't touched a whole lot, so those still hang. The numbers and years and championships all still hang here from the rafters at Ernie Evelyn Gym. So just that part, you come in and you look up and around and you see what Paris has accomplished, and it puts everything into perspective, right? It's
it does,
especially when Tigers were up against all the bigger schools, it was nice to come in here and know that it's possible. And here we are again. National anthem about to be played at Ernie Evelyn Gymnasium, so we'll take a break and listen in. Tigers come into this game with a 17-3 record. set to face an old Apollo foe. They're starting to line up to be announced first. Effingham coming up into this game with a 12-5 record. Handful of common opponents between the two teams. We'll get into and read you some scores. The last time Effingham defeated Paris was back in 2018 when Effingham went on to win the sectional championship. That was in the Charleston Holiday Tournament, again, back in 2018. Now the starting lineup for the Tigers, which I'll turn it over to my partner, Lenny Irwin, to call.
All righty, Clay. Thank you, sir. Junior, number 3, Trinity Tingley, starting at a guard. A senior, number 11, Kate Littleton, also a guard. A forward, a junior, number 13, Kendra Young. A junior, number 32, Deming Hawkins, holding down the middle. And a senior, number 33, Madison Rigdon. She plays just about everywhere. She plays small forward, shooting guard, you just about name it, and she can do it with the basketball. So,
starters for Effingham are junior Madison Mapes, senior Sawyer Altoff, junior Ella Niebrugi, senior Meredith Schaefer, and junior Marissa Alley. Ellie Niebrugi had 14 points out last time for Effingham against Neoga. Meredith Schaefer had 19 against that Neoga squad. Flaming Hearts will start with possession. Young guarded Schaefer, who had it in the high post just for a second. Now Effingham will get into their set. Sawyer Altoff dribbles out top. Passes away, now catches back. Post entry pass down low to Schaefer, and she's tied up.
and that'll go as a turnover against Effingham. The last time out, the ladies forced a ton of turnovers against the Sullivan team. So hopefully our defense is still cranked up the way it was last time out on Tuesday night.
Trinity Tingley brought it up for Paris. Now Kate Littleton has it in the corner. Rigged in the left wing, a drive. Got her under defender. Shot up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Tough defense down low by Schaefer, who absorbed the contact. Didn't move, so no foul called. Ball ends up out of bounds. It'll go to Effingham. Altoff brings it up for the Flaming Hearts. Here's a handoff to Niebrugi to the free throw line. Littleton nearly tied her up. Niebrugi picked up her dribble, now gets rid of it. Down the right side of the lane goes Altoff, and she walked with it. Fell to the ground. Turnover Effingham. Again, Tingley up with it for the Tigers. Cross half court, dribble to the right side. Rigdon goes past her. Young had it, gives to Hawkins. Left side, Littleton, 3 on the way. No good. Straight on for Kate. Looked good on the release. Just a bit too strong. Rebound and cleared by Effingham. Quickly down to the other end of the court. 3 from the corner is good. And that's Meredith Schaefer. Tigers quickly back the other way. Here's Littleton. Schaefer, the daughter of head coach Jeff Schaefer for Effingham. Jeff Schaefer in his 23rd year at Effingham High School. Started there in 1998. Picked up 440 wins along the way. Here's a drive from Littleton. No good on the attempt, but a foul call. Kate gets up, holding that right hip. She'll walk to the free throw line and have 2 free throws.
Foul's going to go against Schaefer. It'll be her first, team's first.
It's the first. That put the Tigers on the board. 3-1, she'll have a second. No good on that one. Rigdon fights for the rebound and knocked it loose. Mapes had it. Rigdon got her hand on it. Earns another possession for the Tiger offense. Young sets a screen, then rolls. Lob pass from Rigdon is swatted out of bounds by Marissa Alley. Tingley will inbound. Couple of minutes gone by first quarter. Hawkins, Littleton, looking, finds Tingley. She'll back away towards the midcourt logo and reset things. Here's Young. Hawkins Effingham making it difficult for the Tigers to cut through the lane. Here's Tingley, who does find some space. Kick out Young. Young bobbled for a second. Now gives back to Tingley. Directing traffic. Rigdon through the lane. Pass deflected by Effingham. Hawkins had it, lost it. Turnover. Here come the Hearts. Picking up her dribble is Altoff. Finds a teammate ahead in Schaefer. Now Mapes to the elbow. Picked up her dribble. Kick out to Sawyer Altoff. Down the right side of the lane. Knocked loose by Littleton and a foul called.
Maddie Rigdon picks up her first, team's first.
Altoff will inbound. Long pass goes over the head of Tingley into the hands of Madison Mapes. Picks up her dribble. Pass into the corner. Shot fake. Pass to the free throw line. Now to the left side. Rigdon didn't bite on the shot fake there, but a drive will draw a foul.
That's going to go against Deming. That'll be her first, team's second. I guess maybe they didn't call a foul on Rigdon. They say that was just our first. No, it's our second. Never mind. My bad.
First free throw from Sawyer Altoff. We'll forgive you, Lenny. No good. Just short from Altoff. She'll have a second. Hits the second. Makes it 4-1. Tingley across half court, past his right side, Rigdon. Young there to set a screen. Rigdon goes the opposite way, shut off on the baseline drive attempt by Niebrugi. So the Tigers working around the perimeter. Tingley has it on the left wing. Gives to Young. Littleton shakes loose for a second on the right wing. A drive, can't get it over the front of the rim, but a foul call.
Altoff picks up her first, team second. So Littleton will go back to the line to shoot a couple more.
First from Littleton is good. Second on the way, also good from Littleton. 4-3, Effingham leads by 1, 4:34 to play first quarter. Crossed half court is Altoff. Gives to Niebrugi into the lane, off the glass for two. It's good, and it's 6-3 Effingham. Tingley drives on the left side of the lane. Shot up, no good. Trying to get it up over Mapes, who hung with her the whole way. Rebound and cleared by Effingham. Mapes brings it up this time for the Hearts. Dribble handoff Niebrugi, knocked loose by Littleton. Littleton goes one-on-one against Niebrugi, takes the contact and finishes in front of the basket. She'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Helen Niebrugi picked up the personal, her first, team's third.
Free throw from Littleton completes the three-point play. Caitlin Combs checked into the contest. That is now tied at 6 after those three from Littleton. Niebrugi had it, gave it to Altoff, who now looks to the corner. Here's Schaefer. Back out Altoff, guarded by Rigdon at the free throw line, kicks out Mapes. Mapes picked up her dribble. A wraparound bounce pass finds a teammate in the lane, then a kick out three, no good. Rigdon back the other way. Rigdon, a spin move, has Littleton in the corner, finds her. Three on the way from Kate. No good. Combs there for the rebound. Goes right back up with it, scores it. Eight, 6. Tigers with their first advantage of the night. Combs on the defensive end, pokes one loose, but another foul called on the Tigers.
Maddie picks up her second, team's third.
Sarah Mills will replace Madison Rigdon and her two fouls. Sage Altoff and Coraline Onosorge in for Effingham. Pass into the corner is dropped out of bounds by Schaefer. Combs brings it up this time for the Tigers. Looks to her left, bounce past Littleton. Has Young in the corner. Gives it to her there, screen from Hawkins. Pass to Combs, out to Young, 3 on the way. No good, just short from Kendra. Rebounded by Effingham. Onosorge had it. Gave it to Mapes. Mapes, kick out 3 on the way from Niebrugge is good, and it's 9-8 Effingham as they regain the lead. Comes up with it for the Tigers. Pass right side, Young. Up top, Hawkins. Left side, Littleton. Deep 3. Got it. Kate sizing up her defender and drilling one with the space provided. It's 11-9 Tigers. Mapes passes left side. Schaefer looking, guarded by Mills. Mills voids a screen, and the 3 is good from Onosorge after Schaefer gave it up. 12-11, back the other way. Mills finishes. Right-handed from the box. After the find from Kendra Young, it's 13-12 Tigers. Mapes waits for the call to be yelled out by Coach Schaefer. Now they start to go. Double team, got rid of it. This is Altoff. Back to Mapes, but knocked loose and stolen by Mills. Up ahead to Combs. Cross court final, Littleton. Same spot she hit a 3 in a second ago and hits another one. Kate Littleton heating up here from Ernie Evelyn.
It's good to see her get her shooting touch back.
16-12. Shot up no good, rebounded by Combs, and a foul called on Effingham. Tigers, I think, have only hit 4 3-point shots the last couple of games combined.
Last game, what did we have? We were 1 for 13 last game, and I'm not sure about the game before that. And back on the 4th was the last game I did. We were 6 for 18 then, so.
Under a minute to play. Littleton has it out top. Looks at Mills, who cuts through the lane. Now pass to Tingley. Tingley, a dribble to the right. Shot up is good. Effingham has it with half a minute to play. Down into the corner, kick out, now swung around to the right side as they work it around the perimeter. Sage Altoff had it, gave it to Sawyer Altoff, and a drive and a foul call.
With the reach. Yep. That'll be Kate's first, team's 4th.
Schaefer will check back in for Effingham. Hearts trail now by 6 in the corner. Kick out. Here's Sawyer Altoff. She'll reset things at the volleyball line. Dribble to the left side. Hand off Schaefer. Pass nearly intercepted by Combs. Effingham threw a pass into the hand of Tingley, but that just deflected it to Altoff, who gets a shot away and a foul call.
Well, Littleton picked up her second.
Altoff will have another free throw. 3 seconds left. Missed that one. Rebounded by Young. 1 second left. Young from three-quarter court. No good. And we'll head to the second quarter. Tigers lead this one 18-13. This is the Parasports Network. We are about to start the second quarter. Tigers lead 18-13. Mentioned Effingham has played a few opponents that the Tigers will also see this year. Effingham defeated Newton 62-16. They beat Altamont, a team the Tigers will see here in a couple of weeks. They also beat Charleston a couple of times, beat Tri-County. No, Tri-County beat them by 4.
Tri-County beat them, yeah.
And this Effingham team beat Mount Zion. Losses coming to that Tri-County team, as well as Teotopoulos and Mattoon, a team the Tigers will also see here in a couple of weeks. First offensive possession is paused rather quickly by Deming Hawkins, deflecting a pass out of bounds. Effingham will restart things now. Pass to the elbow. Here is Schaefer. Now pass to the free throw line, and a knockdown jumper by Marissa Alley makes it 18-15. Deming Hawkins, drive, kick out to Combs. Drive herself. Cross-court pass finds Young, a 3 on the way. Got it, rattles it through, Kendra Young. (21-15), a 6-point lead for the Tigers. Mapes has it, guarded by Tingley at the volleyball line. Mapes picked up a dribble, passes down low, and a find after Hawkins went for the steal. That was Sawyer Altoff, who caught and finished. 21-17, and a turnover by the Tigers on the other end. Minute into this second quarter. Mapes across half court, looking to her left. Not a lot of movement right now for Effingham as we wait for their offense to get going. Now Mapes picked up her dribble. Gives to Niebrugge out top, back to Mapes. Mapes across over on Tingley. Gave to Alley, another jumper from close to the same spot. Does not go this time. Here come the Tigers. Young to Tingley. Thought about a straight on 3. Instead, a dribble. Pass down low to Mills. Kick out Combs. Tingley catches the pass and will reset things for the Tigers. Young in the right wing. Up top, Hawkins. Mills post up down low. Resets her 3 seconds. Gets out of the lane. Here's Tingley picking up her dribble. Gives to Hawkins. Combs has her defender all alone on that half of the court. Now looks down low for Mills, deflected by Effingham. It'll stay with the Tigers. Tingley to inbound, gives to Young. Young to the elbow. Combs, cross-court Tingley, has Mills down low, finds her up against 2 Hearts. They're going to say on the floor, foul call.
25, Schaefer picks up the personal, her second. Be the team's 5th.
Tingley lobs one into the lane. Young can't finish off the glass, but an offensive rebound for Trinity Tingley. Long 2-pointer on the way. Uses the glass, and it goes through. Mapes back the other way. Kicks out into the corner. Here's Niebrugge a drive. Into the lane. Floats one over the rim. Nice move, Niebrugge. 23-19. Tingley to the right side of the court. Lob intended for Mills. Swatted out of bounds by Combs' defender, Alley. It'll stay with Paris.
Home Swords checks back in for the Hearts.
Tingley looking. Over to Young. Deep 3 on the way. Opposite side. No good. Rebounded by Onosorge for Effingham. Altoff, crossed half court. Dribbles at the midcourt logo. Count was on from Hawkins' defense. Here's Onosorge. She'll drive. Swatted out of there by Kendra Young. Pulled down by Young. She'll lead the Tigers down to the other end of the court. Out to Tingley. 1 dribble. Jump stop 3 is no good. Back iron. Rolled around softly. The miss into the hands of Mills. Here's Young after a pass from Combs. Tingley, right wing, gives to Hawkins, who calls for Combs to come get it and then turn it over. Mapes back the other way into the corner. Three-pointer is an air ball, too strong, rebounded by Young. Up ahead to Combs. Two Hearts wait for her. She'll slow things down, kick out to Tingley to reset the offense. Young and Combs play catch. Now a three from Young, no good, and an over-the-back call on Hawkins.
That'll be Deming's second, team sixth.
Sydney Donaldson in for the first time for Effingham. Few subs for the Tigers as Gracie Watson checks in for her first minutes of the contest. Combs, Rigdon, Watson, Young, and Littleton on the court for the Tigers. Here is Donaldson right into the action. Across the lane she dribbles. Her pass right back into her lap by Littleton. Now she gets a shot away that rolls off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound by Onis Sorge. Missed it, got it back, and then deflected, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hearts. Mapes to inbound. She does a lot of shuffling with her feet when she goes to inbound. And we'll see if that gets her into trouble at some point in this game. She has it again in the lane. Runner is good. Had enough space to kind of put it up from her hip there and converts to get Effingham back within two. Rigdon on the right wing. Up top, Young. Here's Combs. She'll drive, and then a long pass finds Watson, who finds Rigdon. Three on the way, he rattles out. Approaching 3 minutes to play here before halftime. Mapes over to the left side. Pass up top, Onis Sorge. Littleton had thoughts of going for the steal, and now she gets beat after not getting there in time, but is fortunate as Mapes misses the shot. Back the other way, here's Rigdon. Bounce pass Young, wide open layup is good.
Give the assist to Rigdon.
25-21, a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. This is the Parasports Network.
Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris.
.241 to play before halftime here at Ernie Evelyn Gym. Tigers lead 25-21 over Effingham. Hearts with the ball. Altoff brought it up, faced immediate pressure across the timeline, and then Sage Altoff had it, gave it back to Sawyer, missed a shot, and then commits a foul.
That'll be Sawyer's second, team sixth.
Combs will bring it up for the Tigers. Crossed half court. Gives to Mills. Will fake the handoff to Littleton. Now a handoff to Rigdon. Kick out Watson. Three on the way from the right wing. Got it. Gracie Watson drills one. Two minutes to play before halftime. Altoff ran into a couple of Tigers, got rid of it, and finishing for two is Sydney Donaldson. Donaldson and Sage Altoff, freshmen for this Effingham squad. Littleton on the other end floats one to Mills, who can't finish from point-blank range. Here come the Hearts, now trailing by 5. Niebrugge Pass from Althoff, nearly knocked out of bounds. Althoff has it back. Donaldson, pass down low. Oniswords working against Mills. Left-handed shot. Nice looking post move, but unable to finish. Rebounded by Rigdon. Up ahead to Combs. Combs. Kick out Mills. Jumper from the free throw line. Short from Sarah. Rebounded by Niebrugge. Now it'll be Sage Althoff to bring it up for the Hearts. Niebrugge had it for a second. Pass towards the corner. That was Schaefer who gives it up. Effingham around the perimeter. Pass down low to Donaldson. Traveled with it. There they got her.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah.
And it'll be Tiger ball with 50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Grace Sullivan will check in. It'll be Sullivan, Combs, Young, Tingley, and Watson for the Tigers. Combs across the timeline. To the right side, a drive, looking for Sullivan, finds her, and a finish for Grace. Nice looking roll there from Grace Sullivan. And the inbound pass was nearly stolen by Watson. And she'll get called for the foul as Effingham was able to gain possession before Gracie got there.
Gracie Watson picks up the personal, her first, team 7th.
Donaldson shooting, misses the front end of a 1-on-1. Rebounded by Watson, who stepped in front of Donaldson to box out the shooter. Tingley across half court, 16 seconds before halftime. Young has at the midcourt logo, dribbles to her right, creates space, then gives to Combs. 10 seconds left. Here's Sullivan, out to Combs, hesitates. Shot up and deflected on the shot attempt, out of bounds with 3 to go. Tingley will inbound. Floats one for Young, who goes up to catch it. One dribble to her right, missed the shot, but Young got the miss. Had a chance to put it back up, but Hart got her hand on it, and that's how we'll head into the break. Your score, Paris 30, Effingham 23 on the Paris Sports Network.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Farm Credit Illinois supports communities, farm families, and agriculture with constructive credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Helping farm families succeed. That's Farm Credit Illinois. The Paris Sports Network would like to thank our affiliate sponsors, Moody Farms, Darren and Erica Kohlmeyer, Jim and Kay Taylor, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Step Farms and Excavation, Steve and Lynn Young, and the Mary Lou Pine family. Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465-4132. Great Heart, great yields.
We're at halftime here on the Paris Sports Network. Your Tigers lead Effingham by a score of 30-23. And to fill you in on those first half stats, I'll turn over to my partner, Lenny Irwin.
All righty, Clay. Thank you, sir. For the Flaming Hearts, they're 2 out of 5 from the charity stripe for 40%. They are 6 out of 16 from two-point land for 38%. And they're 3 for 5 from three-point range for 60%. I've got a committing 5 turnovers in that first half, and they got 6 personal fouls. Just about all their players that have played have scored. I'm just going to start at the top and go down. It'll be easier. Madison Mapes has 2. Owens has 3. 4 points for Sawyer Olthoff. 7 points for Ellen Newbergy. 3 points for Meredith Schaefer. 2 points for Marissa Alley, and 2 points for Sydney Donaldson. That totals their 23. For your Lady Tigers, we're shooting really good from the free throw line. We're 4 out of 5 for 80%. We're 7 out of 16 for 44% from two-point land, and we're 4 out of 11 from three-point land for 36%. I've got us committing 3 turnovers and 7 personal fouls in that first half. Our leading scorer is Kate Littleton with 12. She had a real hot first quarter. Didn't score at all that second quarter, but nonetheless, when you got 12 in the first quarter, that's pretty good. 4 points for Trinity Tingley, 2 points for Caitlin Combs, 5 points for Kendra Young, 2 points for Grace Sullivan, 2 points for Sarah Mills, and 3 points for Gracie Watson. Maddie Rigdon yet to get in the scoring column as she set half of that first quarter and probably half of that second quarter with those 2 personal fouls. So we'll see how she comes out this third quarter, though. I'm sure she's going to be fired up and ready to go.
Last time these teams played each other, speaking of Rigdon's point production, it was a season opening contest a year ago where the Tigers won 45-40. In that one, Madison had 18 and led the Tigers to that 5-point victory. Combs had 9 then. Hawkins, Littleton, and Tingley all had 5. For Effingham in that one, Schaefer had 9, Nieberge had 7, Olthoff had 4, and Mapes had 3. Another name that was on the Effingham roster last year that is not this year is Annie Frost. Frost had 11 and was Effingham's best player before she moved away and living down now in Windermere, Florida. Florida sound all right now, Lenny? Probably enjoying some weather down there.
It's probably pretty decent down there, but I heard this snowstorm's going to drop down through St. Louis down into Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama, and so they might get a little snow down that way, depending on where they're at in Florida. So.
I know I've seen some pictures of people clearing out the grocery stores because they might get an 1/8 of an inch of snow. You
well,
know,
they don't know what to do with it down there, so they're not used to it. But
speaking of previous matchups with Effingham, Tigers have won 3 in a row in this matchup.
And speaking of matchups, the JV squad was victorious in the opening contest, 30-27. Leading the way for the JV squad was Gracie Watson with 8. Grace Sullivan had 7, 6 for Peyton Smith, and 5 for Taylor Clark. So once again, the JV squad still rolling.
Both teams back out onto the court now. So are the officials. And we'll get set here for second half action from Ernie Evelyn. There is a final from the 8-9 matchup out at the high school. Red Hill defeated KZ Westfield 42-15.
Wow.
So with
now, didn't KZ go down there and beat them down there?
I can't remember if those two teams have played or not.
I think they did.
Okay.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe that's what gave KZ the 8 seed at just one spot ahead of Red Hill, but it's Red Hill in rather convincing fashion that has earned a 3 o'clock matchup with your Tigers on Saturday. Go ahead.
We'll be back on the air Saturday to bring you those contests from Paris High. So
be sure if you know any contacts from around the conference that might be wanting to tune in to see those games, no matter which of the 9 schools that they support from the Little Illini Conference, let them know to tune in right here to the Paris Sports Network. While they're at it, go ahead and encourage them to hit the subscribe button, just as we've encouraged you to do. Hitting that subscribe button and clicking on the notification bell will let you know when we're back on air. Rigdon into the scoring column.
There we go. It didn't take her long.
Floats one over the rim and through the hoop from the left side of the basket, and it's 32-23. Mapes has it out top, picked up her dribble, gave to Altoff. Altoff, baseline drive, Hawkins there to shut that off, and kick out to the right side. Now Mapes floats one from the lane, no good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Gives to Tingley, up ahead of Young. Hearts get back on defense, and Young will pull it out, give to Tingley. Lob pass down low to Young, a tough catch. Gave it to Hawkins instead of bringing it down into trouble. Now Rigdon has it at the volleyball line. Right side Young. Hawkins at the free throw line extended. Gave to Young, now to Littleton. Backdoor cut, missed the layup. Rebounded by Niebrugge. Pass to the left side. Schaefer a drive, lost out of bounds.
That'll be another turnover of Hearts.
We have a timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take a quick one with them. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950.
Tiger ball out of the break. Tingley up with it for Paris and threw it out of bounds. Rigdon cut up to the elbow. Tingley was expecting her to float just a bit further out to the sideline.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The ball sailed out of bounds down in that corner. Nobody touched it. So,
minute and a half into this third quarter. Effingham on the right side. Altoff had it, got rid of it. Has it again up top now. Nice find to Mapes, but she missed the bunny. Tingley across the timeline. At the volleyball line, passes to Littleton left side. Littleton up top. Rigdon. Madison to drive. Kick out Hawkins. Now Young. Tingley left side. Dribbles towards a Young screen. Now gives to Rigdon. Here's Young. Straightaway three. On the way. No good. Off the front of the rim. Hit the back iron. Then rolled over the front of the basket. Back the other way. Effingham turned it over. And then they foul Littleton.
The foul will be on 10. That'll be Sawyer Olthoff. That'll be her third. Team's first this half.
Tingley dribbles at the midcourt logo. Passes left side to Rigdon. Good switch on defense there. That was Allie, who came off of her opponent to contest Rigdon, who I thought was going to have an open jumper there.
She stepped out of bounds on that baseline and created the turnover.
Rigdon tried to drive baseline. Commits the turnover. Back the other way is Effingham. Into the corner. Shot is good from Schaefer, and it's for three. And it's back to a 6-point contest. Tingley across half court. Littleton cuts through. Pass to the left side. Rigdon. A drive. Shot up. Goes. Plus the foul.
Ellen Nieberger picked up the personal. Her second. Team second.
Rigdon hits her free throw. Makes it 35-26. Back to a 9-point advantage. Mapes floats one over Young. Pass down low to Alley. And a short jumper from in the lane is good for Sawyer Olthoff. 35-28. Tingley to the right side of the court. Pass up top, Young. Looks at Littleton over to the left and gives to Tingley. Tingley left side to Littleton. Hawkins there to set a screen. Littleton up top, Young. Right side, Tingley. Young will head towards the block, catch the pass, and can't finish it. Rebounded by Schaefer, knocked loose. And it's going to wind up out of bounds. Last touch by Paris. Might get a discussion here.
I think they're going to talk about it now. The far side official said it was last touch by Paris. The baseline official wasn't sure. He couldn't really see, so.
It will stay with Effingham. Trying to watch the replay here, but not a good look at it there. And a charge called on the other end. Guess who? Caitlin Combs on the deck taking that one.
Melissa Alley picked up the charge. It'll be her first. Team's third.
35-28. Combs back the other way. Gave it to Littleton. Creates space from the right wing. Fires a three. No good. Rebounded by Mapes. Crossed half court. Pass into the corner. Baseline drive. Niebrugge. Jump stop. Pull up. No good. Hawkins for the rebound. Had it knocked loose by Niebrugge. And that is Meredith Schaefer, who collected and finished for Effingham plus the foul.
Deming picked up the personal, her third. Be the team's first.
Schaefer's free throw, no good. Rigdon tracks down the board, and she'll bring it up for the Tigers. 3:25 to play third quarter. Mills sets a screen. Rigdon, jump stop, fades towards the baseline, missed the shot, but a rebound and put back for Sarah Mills. Littleton aggressively goes after that one as soon as it was inbounded. Tried to catch the heart by surprise. Instead, she picks up a foul.
That'll be Kate's third. It'll be the team's second this half.
Mapes over on the far side. Passes to Altoff. A drive after she got past her defender. Missed it. Got her own miss. Now she's on the deck fighting for another chance for Effingham, but it's pulled out of there by Rigdon. Given to Mills. Up ahead to Littleton. Has Combs. 2-on-1. Littleton all by herself. Left hand won't go. Rebounded by Mapes, who was playing defense on the two Tigers. And she turned it over. Young has it, and then a foul is going to be called on Effingham.
25 is going to pick up the personal. Schaefer be her third. Team's fourth. Tingley checks back in for Littleton with those three personals. Don't want her to pick up that fourth one just right yet. So.
37-30. Combs brings it up for the Tigers. Passes right side, Rigdon. A drive, gets into the lane and tries to find Mills, but turned it over. 2:20 left, third quarter. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. Niebrugge inbounds to Onosorge. Onosorge's pass deflected, stolen by Combs. Combs across the timeline. Gives to Tingley. Tingley backs away and calls out a play. Bounce pass right side, Rigdon. Has Young down low. Looking at her, finds her. Couple dribbles from Young. Picked it up, gave to Mills, who can't finish but draws a foul.
Fouls on number 3. Swords, that'll be her first. Team's fifth.
Free throw from Mills is good. She will have a second. No good on the second. Mills goes 1 for 2. It's 38-30. Tigers lead. Mapes passes up ahead, and a cross the lane pass finds Moser, who can't finish. Moser just into the game for Effingham, and a jump ball called will give it back to the Hearts. Pass into the lane. Shot up is good for Moser. Moser just a sophomore for this Effingham team. Makes it 38-32. Tingley at the volleyball line. Passes right side Combs. Had Young cut down the side of the lane. Didn't get it to her. Said goes to Mills. Now Young. Young to Tingley. Tigers will reset. Pass right side Rigdon. 1:12 to play a third quarter. Here's Rigdon. Mills, Young working down low. Open for a second. Now Mills will roll. Catch a pass from Tingley. Kick out intended for Young. Actually ends up in Combs' hand, who puts a short jumper up, no good. Rebounded by Mills. Kick out Tingley. Thought about stepping into a three. Now gives to Combs. Caitlin will dribble out to the volleyball line and reset the offense. Rigdon right wing. Up to Combs. Tingley cuts through, directs traffic. She sends Rigdon across the court. Here's Combs picking up her dribble. Law pass to Rigdon. Tough catch. Able to haul it in, though, and then get a shot away and a foul called on him.
Sage Altoff picks up her second. And it'll be the team's sixth.
Free throw won't go for Rigdon. Tough going as of late from the charity line for Madison. She'll have a second here. Straight through on that one. 39-32. 20 seconds remaining here in the third. Althoff across the timeline, stolen away. Rigdon got a hand on it, turned around, picked it up, and then lost it herself. Mosier took it away from her. And a travel called on Effingham. That's Niebrugge given away this time. 8 seconds show on the clock. Kate Littleton checks back in, replacing Sarah Mills. Littleton will inbound. Six seconds on the clock. Tingley across half court. 3 seconds left. Pass to Littleton. Littleton's got to get a shot away, and she does, and a foul called. Oh, no shot.
No shot. They called it on the floor.
What else would she have been doing as she's jumping into the air?
I don't know, but that's still going to be a 1-and-1, though, because that's a 7th foul. The foul was on number 30, Marissa Alley. It'll be her second.
Kate makes the first, and she'll have the second she should have been awarded to begin with. Knocks them both down. We'll head to the final 8 minutes. Your Tigers lead this one 41-32 over Effingham. Fourth quarter about to start here at Ernie Evelyn Gym. Tigers lead 41-32, and we'll start with the ball.
Looks like the original starters back out on the floor for the ladies.
Tingley has it out top, passes left side, Rigdon. Rigdon gives to Littleton. Left side, Young. Tigers content to work some clock and make sure they get a good look, but Rigdon kicked it into the hands of a Hart, and Althoff had it knocked out of bounds by Young, so that will reset things for Effingham. Althoff inbounds. Here's Schaefer. Back to Althoff. Guarded by Rigdon. Althoff gets rid of it. Alley. Kick out to Mapes. Back to Alley. She hits a jumper from in the lane. Couple of jumpers have gone from that location for Alley, and it's 41-34. Tingley dribbling on the right wing, now goes to the left side. Gives to Young. Kendra picked up her dribble. Finds Hawkins down the short corner, and she walked with it. Switched her pivot foot.
She did.
And the turnover will give it back to the Hearts.
I'd like to see her just take that shot, though. It's a little 8-10 footer. Should be money.
6:45 to play. Just a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Been as large as 9 for Paris. Effingham has gone within 3 a couple of times in the second half, but nothing closer. Mapes had it. Now Niebrugge. Back to Mapes. Pass right side, Schaefer. Niebrugge. Niebrugge into the lane. Shot up is good over the front of the rim. And it's 41-36.
I've noticed that's what she likes to do. She likes to create off that dribble. And
it seems like every one of these Effingham players has something they really excel at. Mentioned Allie's shooting ability from in the lane. Couple of threes in the corner knocked down by Schaefer as a run-out layup is good from Sawyer Altoff. 41-38. Littleton had it. Gave it to Hawkins. Back to Littleton. Had a foot on the line. Can't hit the jumper, and it rolls on the top of the backboard. It'll be Effingham's ball. Altoff catches the inbound pass, and she'll bring it up for Effingham. Rigdon waits at the half-court line. Altoff to the right side of the court. Dribble handoff Niebrugge. Rigdon there to tie it up, and a jump ball call.
it's going to stay with the Hearts, though.
It will point the arrow the opposite direction. So that's worth it from Rigdon. Altoff inbounds. That was Schaefer who lost it back into Altoff's hand, and then she threw it away. Gave it to Combs. Young across half court. To Combs. A drive from Caitlin. Bounce pass that Mills has to fight for and pull out of there. Now Rigdon, a straightaway three.
Boom.
Got it. Madison Rigdon drills a big three for the Tigers. (44-38), under 5 to play. Again, Effingham was within 3. See if the Tigers can put another mini run here. Draw this back out. Schaefer a three of her own. No good. Missed it. Rebounded by Young. Young looked at Littleton for a second. Good decision there by Kendra not to throw it up ahead. Tigers will slow things down. Here's Combs. Handoff Littleton. Littleton into the lane. Kick out Young. Three on the way from the right wing. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Effingham. This is Niebrugge with it. Rigdon poked it loose, out of bounds. It will stay with Effingham. With slow momentum down for a second.
That's about all, because these girls like to move that ball up and down the court for sure.
Niebrugge. Her pass was deflected by Rigdon. Niebrugge fortunate to establish position within the bounds of play before catching that one, and a timeout will be called by Effingham. We'll take one with them. 44-38. Tigers lead Effingham.
Golf season will be here before you know it. And Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com. Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com.
Back here on the Paris Sports Network, 4:07 to play, 44-38. Tigers have a 6-point advantage. Mapes to set up the offense. Never really got turned to face the basket as Combs was all over. Now catches it back. A couple of dribbles to her left. Lost it for a second. Now Rigdon knocked it loose. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Effingham. Inbound pass from Altoff, and then she got it right back and airballed a shot. Rebounded by Combs. Combs across half court. Bounce pass right side, Rigdon.
Oh, man, we had Young.
Young cut down the right side of the lane. Now floats to the left wing. Here's Rigdon, a jumper, rolls through. From a foot beyond the free throw line. Rigdon's good for two, and it's 46-38. Altoff knocked loose by Littleton, stolen by Kate. To Combs, layup, no good.
No.
Rebound would have been pulled down by Rigdon, but a foul called on Mapes.
That'll be her first. Be the team's 8th. Well, they say that's Mapes' second. That must be where I missed that foul in the first half.
First free throw, no good. Rigdon won't have a second. Rebounded by Allie. Allie will bring it up herself, all alone, across half court, picks up her dribble, and finds Mapes. 3 minutes to play in this one. 46-38. Mapes pass to Schaefer, who's fouled.
Yep, Mills is going to get that one. Her first. Third on Paris.
Sawyer Altoff replaces Mapes. Inbound went to Schaefer, who drove baseline in a kicked ball violation. Will keep it with the Hearts. Altoff looking. Up top finds Niebrugge. Niebrugge against Littleton. Drives and then kicks it out, but a foul called before the pass.
Combs picks up her first personal, team's 4th.
Allie to inbound. Passes to Schaefer. Schaefer fighting for it over here in front of the Effingham bench. And somebody was out of bounds. It was a Tiger.
I think it was Mills. Grabbed the ball, but she had her feet out of bounds. So.
It'll be Altoff to inbound. Long pass. It was deflected by Rigdon, who was guarding the inbounder, and then a foul on Effingham.
Foul's on number 20, Sage Altoff. Her third, team's 10th, so Paris should be shooting 2 the rest of the way. Scoreboard only has 9, but I've still got them for 10.
And the officials have indicated 1-1. It won't matter as Littleton knocks down the first. Keep an eye on Altoff's box out here after Kate's release. Littleton knocked them both down and separated herself before there was any contact made on the box out. And it's a 10-point advantage for the Tigers. Altoff back and forth against Combs' defense in the backcourt. Finally gets it across. Now Niebrugge into the corner. Altoff back to Niebrugge. Schaefer, baseline drive, bounce pass. Finds Sage Altoff, who finishes for 2. Not even sure if Schaefer saw her teammate before letting that one go.
I'm not sure either.
But it worked out. It's 48-40.
Must have just knew she was going to be there.
Rigdon finishes on the feed from Young. Back to a 10-point lead, 50-40. Sawyer Altoff crossed half court. Uses a screen from Onis Sorge, and they called it illegal. Boy. If I complained about the illegal screen called against Deming last time out, I should also say something about that one.
Corlin Owensword just picked up her second, like you said.
She did move late before she was set, but I still think she got there in time to set the screen on Combs. Either way, turnover on Effingham. Tigers with it and a 10-point advantage. Hawkins around Onis Sorge into the lane. Kick out intended for Rigdon. Just got a hand on it, and Littleton ends up with it. Ends up on the deck. And a timeout granted to the Tiger bench. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching the Paris Sports Network.
Our pregame show is sponsored by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. Located at the Paris Airport, Seat Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder.
Seconds remaining in this one. Paris leads Effingham 50-40. Tingley to inbound, gives to Rigdon. Tingley comes back up to take the handoff from Madison. She will dribble against Sage Altoff's defense. Now gets rid of it to Young. Probably close to a 5-second call on Trinity, but a turnover anyway as Young lost it, then fouled as she hacks Mapes on the layup attempt. Mapes will head to the line for two.
Isn't that the way it always goes? When you have a turnover, you always try to make up for it.
Don't usually work either, does it?
No, it doesn't.
First free throw no good from Mapes, however, as Combs will check in, replacing Hawkins. Mapes misses that one. Young rebounded it, gave it to Tingley, then gets it right back. Littleton, deep three, right wing, got it. That was good the whole way for Kate Littleton. Like it dropped out of the rafters here at Ernie Evelyn Gym. And it's 53-40. Mapes back the other way, lays one in with her left hand. 53-42, 45 seconds remaining, full court pressure from the Hearts. Rigdon had it poked loose, lost it, then she fouled.
That'll be her third, and it'll be the team's sixth.
(53-42). Altoff to inbound, gives to Mapes. Mapes found Schaefer, and she's fouled.
Not sure about that one. They called it on Rigdon. They give it to her. That'll be her fourth. Be the team seventh. So
That possession, I took a little time to think if I just don't know the rule or if it just doesn't get called, because you see that once every out of every 4 games where the player hasn't established themselves in the backcourt. They jump from one side of the court to the other and catch the pass and then come down. I've always thought that was over and back, but
yeah.
it doesn't get called anymore. I don't know how that's a rule that just kind of gets forgotten about, but here we are. Both free throws missed, so I didn't miss anything. 53-42, and Rigdon is fouled.
They called a jump ball,
okay.
Yeah.
23 seconds remaining. Tigers lead by 11. Young will inbound. Has Littleton into the front court. Bounce pass across the lane to Combs, who takes one step to avoid the defender into the lane and finishes off the glass. Good move there from Combs. He'll give Littleton an assist. And it's 55-42 with under 10 seconds to play. Layup is good from Niebrugi, and that should be the final basket of the contest. It will be 55-44 your final. Tigers defeat Effingham. And we will be back here on the postgame show with stats and an interview with Coach Dave Tingley. This is the Parasports Network.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Farm Credit Illinois supports communities, farm families, and agriculture with constructive credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Helping farm families succeed, that's Farm Credit Illinois.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950.
Welcome to the postgame show on the Parasports Network. Tigers victorious tonight, 55-44 over Effingham. We'll get to stats here in just a second, followed by a postgame interview with Coach Dave Tingley. A couple of other notes before we get to that. Again, Red Hill defeated Casey 42-15 out at the high school tonight, which means that the Tigers will be taking on Red Hill at 3 p.m. on Saturday. That game will be broadcast right here on the Parasports Network, as will all of the LIC tournament games, no matter if Paris is playing in them or not. That'll be at 3 o'clock. Tigers recently played Red Hill and defeated the Salukis 51-23. After the Tigers play Red Hill, Mount Carmel and Robinson will be that 4-5 matchup. And 2 versus 7, Marshall, Lawrenceville, and 3 and 6, Olney and Newton. We've got Coach Dave Tingley set to join us here in just a second. We'll let him get settled into the headset.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. Well, first, I guess I'll let you talk about maybe something outside of the game tonight, and that's just being back up here in Ernie Evelyn. It was, as you said, wasn't something that you had planned to do, but
right.
It's always nice to get back up here and play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our first time to have a chance to play here this year. Probably our only time. I mean, most likely if something else happens, so it's nice to play one here. This is where it all started in Paris, right? So the girls love this gym. A lot of practice and individual work and time is put into this place. It's such an asset to our community to have, this gym. I was talking to Coach Schaefer before the game about it, and he said, "How often do you guys use the gym?" And I said, "There's somebody in here after school every day, every night of the week. Whether it's City League or a travel team or somebody, And yeah, it's really fun to play. The girls were excited about playing up here tonight, and kind of help get some things going again for us.
Yeah, that Effingham team. I don't know. They're maybe better than they look.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one way you
Well,
describe it?
I'll give. Here's what I'm going to tell you: is I'm going to give Coach Schaefer a ton of credit. He's actually, this is probably one of his best. I know, and this might sound bad, but it's one of his best coaching jobs. And we were talking about before the game. He doesn't have the horses that he's had in the past. And I told him, I said that like when you have a team that doesn't have quite the skilled players that you've got, that's when you make your money as a coach, because you got to scheme and you got to, work on all the little bitty things. And he has them cutting, passing, rebounding, all the little things that you want to do. You teach, from early age. They do them really well, and they play scrappy. They're hard. They got a big heart. When they play, a good style of basketball. I like how they play. And we knew tonight, we'd watched them on film, and I knew what kind of team they were, and I felt like, it was going to. Some people asked me, is it going to be a good game? And I said it'll be a very competitive game. It surely will. So we were looking forward to having a game, where we needed to play, 4 quarters. I think the first quarter defensively, we were a little, we got caught a couple times on some shots, and they shot really well. I thought first half, I don't know what their percentage was first half, but they hit the shots, that we gave them, and rightfully so. They ran some really good sets, and I thought that defensively, maybe that first quarter was a little rough for us, and we're just very lucky we had a lot of bench contributions. Caitlin Combs came in. Gracie Watson came in, hit some shots. Sarah Mills came in and did really well for us. So, we got good bench contributions there in the first quarter when Sarah and Kate were in foul trouble. So, really happy to see that because you need that to win, tough games. You need to have your bench contribute, and they did that tonight.
You kind of go back to your answer to that first question. One of the nice things to see tonight is Kate starting to knock down some shots.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like coming back here and really back to the basics, right?
Yeah.
Where she's maybe even more comfortable coming in here and just hanging out and shooting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Both Maddie and Kate, that this is their gym. They're in here all the time, whether it's summer or after school or whatever when it's off season. So this is, I kind of feel like they've grown up in this gym. I mean, really they have, especially, Jamie having the use of it. So they've had this, gym since they were, junior high kids. So it's a comfortable place for them. And when you're comfortable, you relax. And when you relax, you start, seeing the ball go in before it goes in and that type of stuff. And she did. Yeah, she hit a couple big shots tonight. Maddie had a nice look at the very top of the key there late that kind of got us back, set straight again there once they made a little run on us. So, I'm really glad to see them going, and hopefully that continues. Feeling good is it's amazing what, especially for a high school athlete, let alone anybody, what a little good feel will do for everybody as far as their image of themselves and how they think they're playing. So hopefully, they start seeing that the ball is going in and it's not going to be tough the whole way. So seeing them hit some shots is big for them.
Going to the LIC tournament.
Yep.
You got Red Hill tomorrow.
Yep.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry, Saturday. Thank you.
Yeah. Not tomorrow.
So yeah, right. Take a break, please. I need one too. Red Hill Saturday.
Yep.
Thoughts on the tournament? Marshall coming in playing their best ball of the season,
absolutely.
right?
Yep.
So
Marshall's
they're going to be
well.
2 seed. Just overall thoughts for the tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I mean, we've got Red Hill, and then if you win that game, you face either Mount Carmel or Robinson, and different styles of basketball completely between those two teams. Robinson's quick and fast and athletic, and Mount Carmel's a little bit more methodical. They got a big girl that blocks a lot of shots and guards the paint. So
and big is in like 6'4"?
Yeah, like 6'3". Yeah,
6'3"?
she's. But I mean, she's long. It's a very long body that she has, and she plays on her feet. And she's one of those ones that, like, it doesn't look like she's going to block your shot. Like, there's no way that she can, and she just stays on her feet, and she's up there because she has a really good reach. So it's two different styles, and we'll see what we got with them. Haven't played either team yet this year. We've scouted both of them, but just haven't played them yet. And then I feel like the best scenario, or the scenario that I could see, is Marshall, like you said, is playing their best ball. They're going to be sitting there waiting for us on the other side, or we're waiting for them, however you want to say it. Should be a really good matchup, and it's the thing with the girls is, like, they know, both teams know that you're going to get your best shot from the other team every single time that game is played. So, and they want to win, they want to prove something, and we embrace that. We embrace the fact that Marshall wants us again. That's what basketball and competition's about. So it'll be a fun tournament. It's great to be able to host it. You know, this is my 8th year coaching, and it's the first chance we've had to host the LIC. You know, so like it's about time is what I'm saying, right? So we've been on the road a lot. You know, we've done that with gone to Florida, we've gone to Olney, we've gone to Red Hill for it once. So I mean, like we've been on the road for it a lot. So I'm glad we're home. You know, kind of get a chance to rest and recover here in the month of January. Maybe now this last second half of it. And hopefully get a conference championship. You know, that's what we're gunning for. We know it's going to be a challenge, but that's what we want to do. The girls are really excited about it. And then, you know, that second, the last 2 weeks of the season is some teams that, you know, you got Robinson again, you got Mount Carmel, we've got Altamont and Mattoon, and we actually have an open date, and we're talking to Coach Tar. We're trying to maybe see if we want to fill that. We've got a game that we can fill. You know, who do we want to add? You know, how do you want to play that? Because sometimes you might be good where you're at. So, you know, it's a fluid situation. Do you want to add somebody? And when you add somebody, you know, who do you want to add? And how do you want that game to be? So Matt Toon at the end of the year was talking to Coach Schaefer about it, and he said they're the only team that he's watched play all year long that he's like, we can't beat them. You know, like him, he's saying to himself, like, I don't know if we can beat them, you know, like, because they're just that good. And so to me, it's an exciting game to play because the seeds are already be out for regionals. So it's a game that really is just for bragging rights type of a game, you know, like, you know, one-on-one, and to see who wins that game. And it's going to be a challenge. It's one of the girls that plays on the travel team with Maddie and Kate. So, you know, they're always looking forward to that game. So it's a fun second half of the season. Hopefully this game tonight helped us get going on it with a good win against a super tough quality opponent and kind of see where this takes us.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see you on Saturday, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate Coach Tinley joining us here on the post-game show. And
yeah, it would be a good matchup between us and Mattoon Green Wave.
Yep.
That would be a tough one.
yeah, Mallory Ramage, a heck of a ball player, and a couple years ago went over there, and I'm trying to think. I think Mattoon beat Paris when we went over there and played at Mattoon. That was a couple years ago, so we'll see. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Then Grace Nelson for Altamont. Altamont, not the strongest team, a small school, but this, and I'll probably say this next game, the game after that, for those that have already tuned off, this Nelson is a sophomore. She's already scored her 1,000th point in her high school career.
Wow. That's impressive.
About 2/5 of the way through her high school career, and she's got 1,000. So we'll see how much she can score against our defense. But it'll be a fun way to end the year, like Coach Tinley said.
And it'll be a tough matchup against Mount Carmel if we happen to play them.
Yeah,
with the big
look,
girl,
right?
because so far, well, you seen that last Saturday down at Highland against the Nashville team. They had the big girl in the middle, and they held us to what, 22 points?
Yep.
So
yeah, and Fetter and Fetter and Fetter. So
yeah, so
Lenny, run us through some stats.
all right, we will, and get out of here. For the Hearts, they were 2 for 10 from the free throw line, 20%. They were 15 out of 30 from the floor, 50%, and they were 4 out of 7, 57% from three-point land. They committed 13 turnovers in the contest, and they had 10 fouls in that second half. They were led in scoring by Ella Nieberge with 11. Then it drops down to 8 for Sawyer Olthoff and for Meredith Schaefer, both with 8. Then it drops down to 4. 4 points for Madison Mapes, 4 points for Marissa Alley. And everyone else, well, I guess Corlin Oldenswords had 3, and then everyone else had 2. 2 points for Sage Altoff, 2 points for Olivia Moser, and 2 points for Sydney Donaldson. For your victorious Lady Tigers, we were 11 out of 15 from the charity stripe, 73%. We were 13 out of 30 for 43% from two-point range, and 6 out of 16 for 38% from three-point land. I had us committing 14 turnovers in the contest, and we had 7 personal fouls that second half. We were led in scoring by Kate Littleton with 19, 13 for Maddie Rigdon, all in the second half. Then it drops down to 5 points for Sarah Mills, 4 points apiece for Trinity Tingley and Caitlin Combs. I guess I missed Kendra Young. She had 5 as well. 2 points for Grace Sullivan and 3 points for Grace Watson. So, once again, Tigers victorious 55-44.
Appreciate that, Lenny. Next broadcast will potentially be tomorrow night. I think we'll load up the equipment and head down to Red Hill for boys basketball, but just stay tuned to the Facebook page and subscribe to the Paris Sports Network YouTube channel to get your notification when that goes live. Otherwise, look forward to Saturday when the girls start their LIC matchup. That will be against Red Hill at 3 o'clock, and then Saturday night, the boys will be playing in Casey against number 3 Newton in their LIC tournament. That's a 7:30 start time. And that one will be broadcasted by WMMC Radio, so I'm sure that'll be shared on Facebook, or you can just go to their website and find their live stream link, what Paris Sports Network used to do a year ago.
Yeah.
Same setup with live stream.
Yep, because this year LIC decided that they needed to start charging people to carry the game, so it was going to be $900 if you wanted to do both of them. We decided we'd split the cost, and Marshall radio station's going to cover all the boys' games by them all being played in Casey. So we're going to cover all the girls' games by them all being played out here at our high school. So that kind of defers the cost a little bit, and
Yeah.
it helps everybody out. So
It should be pretty simple for anybody who wants to tune in and catch the action. So
should be. Yep.
we'll look forward to bringing you all the girls' action from here at the high school. And again, that starts on Saturday. Probably be the next time I talk to you. So for my
Should be.
partner, Lenny Irwin, I'm Cleb Best, signing off here on the Paris Sports Network. Have a good night.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network, brought to you by the Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Farm Credit Illinois, Prospect Bank, Soleil Body Salon, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Diamond Financial, Illini FS, Country Financial, and Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance. Also our affiliate sponsors, Moody Farms, Darren and Erica Kohlmeyer, Jim and Kay Taylor, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Step Farms and Excavation